This week's question is, can I determine custody in my prenup? The answer is no. You can't address child custody or child support in your prenup. Here's why. Child custody is decided based on what's in a child's best interest. And what is in a child's best interest is something that is based on what's happening in the present. It's not something you can predetermine before your child is born or even after your children are born. When you get married, you and your spouse could both be perfectly healthy, capable parents. And that could still be the case when your kids are born. But 10 years in, one spouse could be a stay at home parent, and the other spouse could be an absentee parent or have abandoned the family altogether. And no court will want to be required to split custody under circumstances like that, where the parents may have agreed to something in the past that no longer makes sense. There are so many factors that can change even in a year. Drug addiction, mental illness. Maybe one parent has a job that requires them to travel most of the month. There are just too many things that can change that make it impossible to decide what is going to be best for a child in advance. Now, that said, let's say you're getting a prenup and you want to have the best chance of staying out of the courtroom. You want the decision on custody to remain a decision that is made by the parents and not by a judge. That's reasonable. There are things you can do to give yourself the best chance of that decision being made by you and not a stranger. You can agree in your prenup to do co-parenting counseling, for example, if you split up while you have minor children to help with the custody decision. You can agree to go to mediation before you go to court to get the help of a trained mediator so you have a better chance of reaching an agreement rather than battling out in a courtroom with lawyers. Most jurisdictions are going to have a co-parenting class that you have to complete to finalize your divorce anyway. You can agree that you'll both take this class ahead of time. You can get really creative here and essentially set steps that you have to complete to give yourself the best chance of keeping one of the most important decisions between you and your child's other parent rather than that decision being made by a judge. And these are all things you can put in a prenup.